Hey Ash. Ash, where are you? I'm ready to do the camp shower review. Are you ready? What are you doing?
Did we buy this for the horse?
No, it's a camp shower, not a horse shower. Jeez, date horse people, they say. Okay, let's get into it, guys. G'day off trackers. Welcome back to another product review. So this week we're going to be doing the Joolca showers, hot taps as they're referred to. This one will be a little bit different to all the other reviews I've done. It's going to be more of first impressions and heavily comparing it to the companion showers, the Aqua Heat and Aqua Cubes. Those of you that haven't followed the channel, for the last 4 or 5 years I've been running the Aqua Cube products, and yeah, really thought they were a really good product till I got the Aqua Heat that unfortunately gave out after a year, which prompted me to give the Joolca a go. So this episode will be all based on comparing this to that and telling you what I think of the quality difference between the two. Also, if you want to stay tuned to the end, I will be drawing the winner of my stand-up paddleboard competition, as well as you can see here. I'm not greedy, I don't need 2 showers. This one's actually going to be drawn off at the end of it, well, up for grabs. So same as last time, just put a comment below and like the video and you go in the draw to win one of the essential packages. Without further, let's get into it. So the one I'm going to be reviewing is the Traveller. There is a couple of different models that they come out with. There's the Essentials, which doesn't give you the pump. There's another one that gives you the pump and different set of stands. No shower box to carry it in. You can get a carry bag if you want a carry bag. And then there's this one, which is your full kit and caboodle. It gives you, essentially it's a tap. So this sets up here, around the other way. Sits in there, and then you've got yourself a whole sink with a faucet, catches all the water, got a drain to unplug it, drying rack on either side, and then you also get your shower head to do your shower. As you can see, abundance of hoses. They also have 3-way connectors, so that way if somebody's wanting to shower and somebody's wanting to use the sink here, then you can plumb it up so somebody can be using both. They give you a 12-volt cord. That's a big one to point out. A big difference between this and the Aqua Cube Aqua Heats. Their pump, yes, it'll pump a hell of a lot more water. You can change the amount of flow you got here. When it's on minimum, it pumps still a lot more. I'll put up on the screen now the comparison for the lowest in this versus the lowest in the Aqua Heat. But because it does pump so much, you actually need a 12-volt connection, so we'll have to go into the car behind me as it's not battery powered, so that's a bit of a pain. They are currently pre-ordering for a little portable battery pack. I'm not sure how long it'll last, and that's not coming out till about January next year, so fair wait for one of those. I've looked into what else is on the market and I can't find anything that is small and cheap that has a cigarette socket outlet, so you'd have to buy a whole new cord, make sure it all meets the power of this, because if you get the wrong cord, yeah, essentially this won't run if you're not getting enough power into it. So that's the only downside I've sort of seen with it. All the connections for the hoses are completely different. These are just your standard quick garden hose connections. They seem really strong, really sturdy, where on your Companion it was their own sort of design, which I found clogged with sand really easy, and they didn't also click. You had to sort of manually pull them down, push them on and manually push it up, where these seem to work brilliantly. The hoses also very different. Nice thick hose because it's running a lot more water, where the Companion is a lot thinner, more rubbery sort of hose. So at the moment I would say this is definitely winning on all your hoses and all your fittings. Your switches, anybody that's watched our Companion review, the switch would always break on our shower head, where I found this switch is a lot better. This whole shower head is a lot better. The unit itself, a lot more versatility is what I would say. As I mentioned before, you can dial the amount of water that is coming out of the unit up and down, and you can also dial the amount of gas that it's getting up and down. What that does is basically, if you dial the water right down and the gas right up, it'll go really bloody hot. And then if you're wanting more pressure, you basically put on more pressure, and you will lose some of your temperature. And then if you're not wanting it super hot, so in summer you're wanting to save a bit of gas, dial that right down, still have the pressure up, or dial it down, and then you'll get a bit more temperature with less flow. Little digital gauge here which will tell you your temperature and give you any sort of your fault codes. And then it does run, obviously because it's a new product, now it's running the new gas fitting. So if you have an old-fashioned gas bottle, you will have to get a new head put on it, or a new gas bottle to suit that, or you can get some adapters for your bigger ones. For your smaller camping gas bottles, no adapters yet to change from that fitting. So what I'll do now, guys, I'll plumb it all up for you and give you a demo of the water coming out of the faucet. Then I'll give you a demo of the shower head. So let's get it all hooked up. So it's all plumbed up now. I've got that on the 3-way divider there, so that way you've got water going to your shower head as well as water going to your faucet. A really cool feature that I actually wanted to mention, even the gas bottle runs on a quick release fitting, which is really cool. You don't have to stuff around, just literally pop it in. So I really do like that. And then as you can see with all the actual hoses, they're all color coded. Red is obviously for hot water out, blue for hot water in. Even the pump has a little arrow on the back there. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but an arrow that shows water coming in, water going out. They also give you this little shroud, I would call it, cover for the pump. So if you want to throw it straight into a river, you can, and that helps keep it off the ground. That's a filter which will stop all the dirty water going in. And then as you can see, it doesn't fit in the bucket, but it's nice and easy. You just basically pop that off, cover comes off, that goes in, and then it fits in your jerry can, which that was impossible to do on the Joolca. It had a bigger sucking in sort of nozzle, so it only fit in big whole jerry cans, where this one will go in anything. So I really like that. Let's fire it up and give you a demo. As soon as the system senses water going through it, you're then able to use it. So it's now filling up with some water in there. I can hear it igniting. You can see that coming on and the water obviously coming out. Cool little feature. Same as the Aqua Cube, you turn it off, the whole system turns off. So that's not something unique to these guys, but it is cool that they've carried that across. This just runs on not rechargeable, it just has some D batteries in it, 2 D batteries, but as you can see, whenever it's not running, that turns off. So let's fire it up again and give you a demo. So that's on. We've got low gas and we'll go low water. So that's your faucet on the lowest gas and lowest water. And yep, she's starting to get warm now. So remember, this is lowest temperature. That's actually not too bad. I would say that on the lowest temperature is what the Aqua Heat used to get to on its, it only had one, oh no, it had a couple of different temperatures. On its highest temperature, that would be where it's sitting at now, where the Aqua Cube would go a lot hotter. We'll crank the temperature up, keep the water still down low, and see how we go. See if it gets to the point where I can't keep my fingers under there. Yeah, whew, that is hot. That is very, very hot. So lowest water flow. So yeah, if you have that on the lowest water with the highest gas, you cannot stick your hands under it. That is bloody hot. Let's now do the actual shower itself and see how good that comes out. So for this one, we'll start off, we won't care too much about the temperature, we'll just see about water flow. So the lowest setting, as I said, that's still more than what you got out of the Companion, which in some instances will be good. It'll be really good for getting the suds off you, but if you have limited water supply, you're going to go through very, very quick, and you're going to have to be smart. Where the Companion, you could have not much water and it would last you a long time. Just for argument's sake, let's turn it on and we'll crank that right up to maximum flow, and that is really going. So we'll show on an angle, it actually has enough pressure, full vertical, to shoot out, which you wouldn't get from the Companion. And then temperature, still fine. On the lowest gas setting, that is still fine. As you can see, that's turning on and off. So let's go into my feedback. That'll be next. I'll sort of feedback on what I think the Joolca compared to the Aqua products is like, the Aqua Cube, Aqua Head. So my honest opinion, remember, both of these I bought, so all the Companion products I bought myself, and both the Joolcas I bought myself as well. So there is nobody giving me any funding, nobody's telling me to do these videos. So I get to be 100% honest with you guys. I would say all the fittings and everything are brilliant. The fittings, the quality, Joolca wins. Hands down, it is not even close. The Companion products, unfortunately, are quite cheaply made, and you can see it in all the hoses. Everything just feels cheap and nasty compared to the Joolca. Where the Joolca lets you down, that having to plug into your car is a big pain in the ass. I would love for them to have made the pump battery. Yes, they're coming out now with the adapter, which is 200, the little portable battery cell, which is 200 bucks. It would be interesting to see how long that lasts. I reckon they should have probably had that from when they launched it, or at least when they did the volume 2, they should have released it with that. The other downside to it, this is a lot bigger. As you can see, this whole unit, you need to have a really good setup to be able to carry this. The only reason Ash and I are going to be able to is because we're really toning down our setup on the 79. There's not going to be a full canopy put on this. It'll just be a little dog box and some portable sort of tubs that'll be going on the back. So we're going to have more room to fit stuff as we're not restricted with the canopy. But yeah, for anybody that's running a full canopy that's trying to put this in there, man, that's going to be a lot of space to take up. Even if you went just the essential package, still with this in the travel bag and carrying everything, yeah, the stand becomes a lot more compact. It's basically 2 legs, but I think it's still going to take up a lot of space where you'd have to be arguing more towards the Companion if you don't have much room. As far as water pressure, that is all going to be to do with how much water you can actually carry. Because this will churn through so much more per minute, if you're not taking a lot of water, it's going to be a big gamble for you to take this. So you're going to want to be able to top up or recycle your water. If you're not, then the Companion's definitely the way to go. But if you want to be clean, this will work a lot better. Ash and I did feel after the Companion we weren't completely clean. It was nice to get some of the dirt off, but you'd be left with dirt all over your hands, dirt on your feet. You just couldn't get it all off because there wasn't enough flow. Where I reckon this will solve that problem. It's just whether or not we can carry enough water for camping. We'll have to be carrying a fair few of those jerry cans, because even in that space, I'm down to, I reckon, 5 litres, if I'm lucky, 3 litres. So it does go through a lot of water. As far as which one I would pick, I think because of build quality and all the connections and all that, if I was picking one today, if I was told I could have one, I'd probably go the Joolca, which I'm amazed to say. I really didn't think it was going to be this good. But yeah, if you've got the space to carry it, the Joolca hands down wins it for me. Okay, that'll do for the review. Let's get into the raffle for the paddleboard, and then I'll also tell you more about the draw to win the essential package down there. On to the raffle, giving away an essential package for the Joolca. I think they're worth like, I think I paid like 400 bucks almost for it. So ripper prize, definitely a step up from the last one, which was the paddleboard. Same as that draw, if you want to go in it, all you got to do is drop a comment below. Every comment is an entry in the draw, so leave as many as you want. Doesn't have to be about this. You can call me a knob. Had plenty of people doing that in the last video. You can ask questions. Anything you want is an entry in the draw. And then all you got to do is hit that like button. Up to you guys if you subscribe. Obviously, if you stay subscribed, then you get more content, but that's purely up to you guys if you want to do that or not. The reason I'm doing this is to grow the channel. the bigger the channel gets, the bigger the prizes I'm going to give away to you guys. I'm not greedy. I love making these videos. I love traveling around. So I figured, why not give back to help the channel grow? Up to you guys how big it gets, how big the prizes get. So what we'll do, we'll now draw the winner for the Hervey Bay video, which was the stand-up paddleboard. All I'm going to do is I'll open up the comment section of that video, which you can see there. Got all the different comments, and I'm just simply going to scroll through and then click one at random. So that way I'll look away so you know I'm not cheating. Completely at random. Okay, Chloe Mack, you are the winner of the paddleboard. Congratulations. How I thought I'll do this, because I can't message you guys, I'll have to put a comment up against your comment, Chloe, telling you to reach out to me on Instagram. And when you're doing there, we'll get chatting and I'll organise the paddleboard to get out to you. So it's that easy, guys. If you want to win this essential package, simply leave a comment, leave as many as you want, and you go in the draw. And in the next video, I'll draw the winner. See you then. See ya.